Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Halvonis video, and we're going to go over the rogue changes. So basically, in all the things I've done, most of them are classes I have to 90. Now, I don't have a certain amount of the classes to 90, which is why you see a couple of them as a low level through dungeons, but I do have a level 90 monk. I just didn't feel like doing a heroic at that point, but that's not important right now. We're going to go over all of these changes for the rogues, and let's just hop right into it. So, Tricks of the Trade no longer has an energy cost and no longer increases damage caused by the target by 15%. So they just removed the buff out completely. This is now just a misdirect. There's no buff to it. Assassin's Resolve no longer requires daggers to function, so you don't have to have a dagger to receive this benefit of Assassin's Resolve anymore. Dispatch can now be used with fist weapons or one-handed swords, dealing 331% weapon damage instead of the 480% damage when used with daggers. Mutilate can now be used with fist weapons and one-handed swords, dealing 137 weapon damage instead of the 200% weapon damage when used with daggers. Sinister Strike now deals 188% weapon damage when used with a dagger, instead of 130%. So, yeah, they've gone ahead and just increased the amount you have with Sinister Strike if you're in subtlety, basically, or combat dagger spec, which I don't think is really used anymore, but you know. Revealing Strike now deals 20% more damage, but no longer advances Bandit's Guile. So, you know, you can still use your Revealing Strike's a little bit stronger now, but because it's stronger, you're gonna have to sacrifice your Bandit's Guile or at least advance Bandit's Guile. Seal Fate now also grants a combo point for area attacks that critically strike the rogue's primary target. So the target that you're currently doing single target damage to, you're gonna get a lot of, you know, free combo points off of that target if you're doing AoEs. Honor Among Thieves can now be triggered by critical hits from the rogue's melee auto attacks. So those are specifically meant to be auto attacks. If you're using a dispatch, you're not going to be able to get Honor Among Thieves off of that. Well, I guess you can, but you can't get it from a critical. Technically, you can, but you can't. You know, it's just adding more for solo instead of group play. Crimson Tempest periodic damage has a rolling behavior, meaning that the remaining damage of the previous application is added to the newly applied periodic damage effect. Now, I'm going to read this next one too before we actually have a little talk about that, because I do want to talk about that. Hemorrhage's periodic damage is now rolling periodic damage behavior as well, meaning that the remaining damage from the previous application is added into the newly applied periodic damage effect. So, like I said in the last one, I am going to be doing a specific video on my thoughts on each of the changes, and it's going to be quite a long video, so I'm not going to really spend too much time on it. But what do you guys think of this? Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a good change? Because I think that can be exploited pretty heavily, but we'll see when we do the discussion on it. And finally, Subterfuge now allows you to use abilities that require stealth for 3 seconds after leaving stealth instead of actually staying stealth for 3 seconds. Kind of a buff, if you're using it opportunistically. Very good. Anyway, guys, I thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next video. We're going to go over the Shaman, and there's a lot of information to go over, buddy. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Have a fantastic day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. And above all else, hope you're having a great day or whenever you're watching this. See you guys.